Hi everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be making this easy pot roast and it is actually really easy and look how beautiful it is. So I'm actually using a Smithfield pot roast. This one is mushroom flavored, but it comes in a wide variety of flavors. I think there's like 4 or 5 different flavors and I got it on sale for $2.99, regular $7.99, so I bought a few. Please consider subscribing and let's get into it. So here's what it looks like. And ideally we want to brown it off on the outside on all of the edges, and then we're going to put it into our pan. So like I said, there's a bunch of different varieties you can choose from. This one's mushroom. But I'm going to put down a base layer of onions, and I'm using this covered dish. You could use a 9 by 13 or any pan. Just make sure you cover with aluminum foil. Now I'm just going to put about 4 tablespoons of butter in the bottom because I want my onions to have something to slow cook in. You can use olive oil, coconut oil, whatever oil of your choice. But I am going to put down a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and I'll put some more on top of the onions, but I just want to make sure it's evenly distributed. So let's chop up an onion. I took out 2 just in case I needed to, but I think 1 is probably going to be enough because of these being so big. I'm just going to cut it down the middle and peel it, and then I'm going to cut them in little half moon sizes. And ideally you want them to be about a half, I'm sorry, not a half, you want them a little less than 1/4 of an inch thick, because this roast cooks, once you brown it off and we put it in the oven on 375, you cook it about 30 minutes per pound. And this one was a little over a half of a pound. So I want my onions to be able to cook in that time. So about that thick is what I'm looking for. Okay, so we'll just finish chopping up this onion. Now I'm going to tell you that ideally pork should be cooked to an internal temperature of about 145, and it has a slight pink to it. My family, however, does not like that temperature. So I cook mine to about 155 to 165 degrees, and you guys will see when it's all said and done, mine is completely white on the inside, but that's just my family's preference. So if yours is a little pink on the inside, that is ideally how you cook pork, but everyone should cook to their own taste, and my family just likes it a little more well done. They like their steaks rare, but they like their pork completely well. So I'm just going to sprinkle these, like I said, just sort of breaking them up over the butter. And then I will put a layer of salt and pepper, and then we're going to brown off all 4 sides of the pork before we put it on top of the onions. Now, that is me showing you the salt, because a lot of people don't know, if you have problems with your eyes watering from cutting onions, if you open a dish and put some open salt when you're chopping, I don't know why it works, but it works. Your eyes won't water. It really does help. So I'm just going to stick with the 1 onion, and I'm going to salt and pepper it, and then we'll put it to the side and brown off our meat. I found some Tony Chachere's, so I'm just going to put a little dash of it on. Again, you season it to your taste. If you like Greek seasoning even, put Greek seasoning. Whatever your family likes, it's completely up to you. So here we go. We're going to open this. Easy open, it says, but it's never easy for me. And we're going to brown it off on all 4 sides. I don't put any oil in the pan. I turn the pan on high and let the pan heat up very well. And then I just put it on the fat. So it has a little bit of fat on the pork. So I'll find the side that has the most fat, and I lay that side down first. And you don't want to touch it. You want to leave it for at least 5 minutes. If you try to move it before then, it's going to be stuck. And it sort of caramelizes on the bottom and becomes very easy to flip once each side browns off. This also will reduce some of your cooking time. So here we go. So this is ideally what you want it to look like. And I'm just going to flip it through all 4 sides till they all 4 look like this. It's about 5 to 7 minutes, I would say, total on each side. If you have your pan really hot, it can take 3 minutes. You just don't want to burn it. You want it to be nice and brown. And then we're going to put it on top of our onions, cover it, put it in a 375 degree oven. I cooked mine for 55 minutes. And so here it goes. look how beautiful it came out. Now, once you cook it, you need to put it and let it rest. You could leave it in this pan, but I decided to take it out, put it on the cutting board, and you're going to let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. And what that does is allows the juices to not all come out when you cut it. And so they'll be absorbed back into the meat. And you guys, these onions are amazing. We had mashed potatoes. So we did a layer of mashed potatoes, and I put these onions and a little bit of the fat juice that was in them on top, and it was absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to let my pork rest, and then I'm going to slice it. I got new pot holders, as you can see. Don't ask me why I didn't take off any of the tags. So I'm just moving this out my way so I can let this rest, and then I'll come back and slice it. And this is what it looks like after it's rested for about 15 minutes. Look how beautiful. And then this is it sliced. I hope you guys try this and enjoy it. And please don't forget to like and subscribe the video. And you can follow me socially at Original Junk Gypsy, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere socially. Thanks so much.